If you, like me, have ever played Return of the Obra Dinn, it is likely that this music stirs up a lot of feelings. Obra Dinn is a mystery game like no other, and it takes a unique developer like Lucas Pope to create it. It's also likely most people's experience of Pope's games is exclusive to Papers, Please, the most thrilling game about a desk job you will ever play. There are many similarities between the two games, the first being that they are perfect. Not near perfect, perfect. Pope's games usually have several distinct aspects. They typically have a twist on a boring job, be it an insurance agent, passport inspector of a communist country, or the editor of a highly censored newspaper. His games are all graphically minimalist, yet he manages despite this to fill them with more detail than most whole dev teams could manage. It's this militant attention to detail, applied to all aspects of Obra Dinn, that make its endearing concept work so well when it could have easily felt flat and two-dimensional, like its menu screen, which I love by the way. To name a couple more would be the stellar sound design, including original compositions, and a nice touch of UI magic.
Open the door! Kick it in. Lest we break it down and take more than those shells!
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
You play an almost silent protagonist, who can be either male or female depending on a coin flip when you start the game. Your job description is to uncover the precise fate of all 60 crew of the Obra Dinn, in order to create a comprehensive insurance claim report for the ship. It's almost funny to see this intimate journey through the lives and deaths of these crew members reduced to a boring little report. You might be asking at this point, that sounds and looks awfully cool, but how the fuck do you actually uncover all this information? The ship is empty, and it has been for 4 years. One that's not very imaginative of you. And to answer this, the game equips you with 2 magical tools. The first is a full 100+ page book, which you fill out using your own deductions. Each page of the book represents a memory which you can view using your second tool, a pocket watch that transports you back to the moment of death for any unlucky crew member's corpse. To aid you with your deductions, the book also has all of the supplementary information you could possibly need contained in it. A complete log of the crew detailing their jobs and nationality, a gorgeous painting of the crew, which Pope drew himself, and a map of the entire ship. The game might have become frustrating to play, but the book is so damn well implemented that you probably don't even realise that it's basically UI in disguise. In the hands of a weaker dev, it could have become a chore to use, obstructing the player from making deductions. Pope himself said in an interview on his early experience at developer Naughty Dog, "The key for me at Naughty Dog was I like tools programming. I like visual tools, I like user interface kind of stuff, and no one likes that. Literally, in the games industry, it's really hard to find people who like writing tools, so that was kind of my advantage." I think this on its own explains the immense success of Papers, Please, and it's the reason his games feel so unique and polished. This game is difficult. It does not hide this fact from you, but its difficulty is in how it makes you work for each clue that gets you closer to completing the book, not unfair barriers that put important information behind bars. Every speck of evidence you need to deduce the fates and identities of the crew is there, but you may not see it the first or even second time. The game may be difficult, but it is not unreasonably so. Every 3 fates you deduce correctly, it will confirm your suspicions. Filling out a little bit more of the book. replacing your handwritten notes with text that looks like it was there on the day it was printed. This is also immensely satisfying, due in no small part to the sound design from Pope, which can only be described as wizardly. I think this way of confirming the fates in sets of 3 finds a good balance between both forcing you to make deductions instead of guessing, but it doesn't completely get in your way if you're stumped, if you know what I mean. The memories are without a doubt the most impressive part of this game. Each one is constructed with a level of care that I imagine some of them took weeks to create. While they are static, they all have a surreal sense of motion that just feels so right. You also have a neat feature that shows the location of the memory on the map of the ship, which can show you either all the memories or just track the experience of a single crew member. The faces are emotive, and you really get the sense that all of these men, and a few women, are real people with personalities, friendships, and enemies. Though the story is simple, the telling of it through these memories is so engaging, adding mystique and nuance to the narrative. When you play this game, spread the memories out, make deductions as you go. The game gives you everything you need to do this, and I think this approach will lead you to the most balanced experience. The game is going at your pace. Some people might take 6 hours, others might take 12. It doesn't matter. Obra Dinn is truly a game you can only play once. Don't waste the chance you have watching some streamer play it or look at spoilers while you play. This game deserves to be played properly. Get yourself a notebook, take your time, and get ready to feel like Sherlock Holmes for 10 hours. If you aren't convinced, I implore you to at least try the free demo for yourself, and I have it linked in the description of this video. I think by the end of the demo, you'll be fully ready to pay the measly $20 for the full game. If you liked the video, subscribe and share it around, then there might be more. I also highly recommend you have a look at the dev blog for this game. The story of this game's distinct graphical style is a real interesting read, and it is nowhere near as simple as it looks. And with that, I bid you goodbye and good luck.